Welcome to Build It Like You Mean It. Today we embark on an epic journey of engineering. The recent successes of NASA has inspired me to reach for the highest of quality in my newly completed projects. Step 1. Gather your finest lumber. Popsicle sticks, chopsticks, fallen twigs, and even skewers found in the burn spot around your barbecue area. I like to make sure my materials are cleaned and sanded to help ensure proper adhesion. A final check to make sure we're ready for assembly, and it's time to start the delicate process of putting the project together. I apply hot glue generously because you know the old saying, if a little does a little, and then the saying says something about gluing sticks together. Clamp the joints while the glue dries. This ensures stability, accountability, and a final look of professionalism that is sure to impress your neighbors. Leave your holding devices in place long enough to assure a strong connection. Once I have the two leg sections completed, I begin the final A-frame assembly and install the braces because without them it would be more of an upside down V-frame. I use the strength of a popsicle stick as my primary brace, being sure to clamp this vital part of the structure in place, and more hot glue as needed. A delicate shish kebab skewer is used for the lower brace to add a backup layer of holding power. Again, don't let your impatience ruin the structural integrity of your project. Be sure to hold things perfectly in place to allow the glue to set. About 25 seconds seems to be a good general rule. Now place the trellis in your garden, like the proud monument it is. Pat yourself on the back as you witness its splendor and look upon it in awe. And just like that, it returns to the earth. It stood for nearly 3 minutes. Now this is a trellis. Tomato growing on a whole new level. Gardening gurus everywhere are out there bragging about their dainty little string trellises. But this is a trellis. Welcome to my tomato growing kingdom, where we don't mess around with flimsy setups. You see, I could have gone the easy route. I could have just strung up some twine and hoped for the best. Or come up with some other temporary contraption that also doubles as a gardening eyesore. But I wanted tomatoes that could climb to greatness, literally. So I built these massive trellises to give them the support they deserve. Some people use sticks. Some use cages. I built a trellis of steel tubing and netting that could probably double as storm protection. Tomatoes can weave their way up, stretching, reaching, thriving, and the best part, no sagging. No collapsing when a gust of wind decides to test its strength. I built this because I was tired of tomato plants flopping over like it was a bad hair day. If you're growing heavy, abundant tomatoes, they need something more substantial. And this setup says, I'm here to win. This trellis is for tomatoes that dream big. This one's for the tomato plants that don't know when to quit. Every 6 inches, a chain hangs down, giving each vine the perfect space to climb higher and higher, reaching for tomato glory. Now you might be wondering why chains. Well, because strings fray, poles lean, and weak supports buckle under pressure. As the plants need a little coaching, I use pipe cleaners as a leash to pull them up the chains. By the end of the growing season, I'm picking tomatoes standing on a stepladder. Chains hold strong. Chains take your tomato game to the next level. The wildflowers, planted earlier in the season, are doing their job of providing shade that helps cool the containers. Other flowers, planted throughout the growing area, help attract pollinators to the garden and add to the overall beauty of the space. Cucumbers, peppers, and even blackberries share the area surrounded by the high-climbing tomatoes. all being watered by the automatic system included as part of a previous video. Some people build trellises. I build monuments. So if you're tired of tomato plants slouching, breaking, or quitting halfway through the season, think bigger, build stronger, and make your trellises worthy of your tomatoes.
Hit that subscribe button because trust me, you don't want to miss where we're going next.